like, okay, I don't actually want to be an inconvenience to everyone else. I don't want to make everyone else like have to deal with a cheater because I would think about if I were them, I don't want to play against the cheater, and it's infuriating to play against one. So of course I would not cheat for that reason. So for someone to not have the empathy and for someone to like somehow experience like joy in this fake skill expression or being able to deceive themselves into thinking that they are able to express some kind of skill through cheating. Like those are two things that any normally like fully functional brain person would just not think that way. So I feel like there has to be something going on in a cheater's brain that's just off. Like something's not right.
Well, and it's like it's when you call them out, right? And like that's when it gets interesting when they're just like, "Nope, not cheating, dude. You want go ahead, check my PC. Check go ahead, you want to I'll share my screen. I'll scan my computer for you right now. I'm not cheating." That's when it gets interesting. Once they're confronted and they're just so absolute that like, nope, I am not cheating, not me, no way, Jose. It's just like, oh my, me, oh my, it gets very interesting. And then they have friends that even say, no, he's not cheating. I've been playing with him for years. Like he doesn't cheat. And you're just like, bro, like I don't know what to tell you. Like this dude's cheating
Like
his
that's the
balls
most
off.
sad part about it. Like they deceive their friends, and then like because I've
Oh
I've
my
been in that exact
god.
situation before. I banned someone. I told them your friend is cheating 100%, and they start like attacking me. Then the next
Yeah.
day, their friend got a vac ban, and I'm like, I'm sorry, your friend just got vac banned, and then like there's like unfortunately there's no like good outcome of that story. I think they just ghosted me, but like it like that whole they manipulate everyone, every single
I
person they
know.
interact with. It's a facade that they have to keep up.
And then yeah,
It
and then
sucks.
and then for us as the server administrators, it's the what line in the sand do we draw? And the line that I've drawn is, I mean, it just happened literally yesterday. A guy was on the server cheating. I didn't see it. Vio was in the server. He caught it, and he banned the guy. And then I think I just joined the server just randomly, like maybe a few minutes later, and some kid was like, "Are you an admin here?" And I'm like, "Nah, dude, I don't, I'm not an admin here." Like, what are you talking about? And he's like, "Oh, my friend just got banned for cheating. He's not cheating." And I'm like, "Well, who do you know who banned him?" And then Vio was in the service. I was like, "Yeah." Vio's like, "I banned him. The kid was obviously cheating." And then it was maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, he submitted a ban appeal on the Steam ban appeal forum. He figured out that much to actually get there because right now there's no like homepage on our website or anything to send people to go to the ban appeal. But he posted a ban appeal in the right place. And he basically just said, I've been playing this server since CSGO. It's such a good time. I don't cheat in this game, yada, yada. And so the line that I've drawn in the sand and like where I hold that admin's responsible is that they have to have a video, right, of the person cheating. I don't think it, and it's just to cover my own ass and just try to have some integrity outside of just like judgment, right? So like there can be we can review how this admin came to this decision. And so the line in the sand I've drawn is like, well, if an admin bans someone and they submit a ban appeal, if the admin is serious about taking action and wants to uphold their end of the bargain of being an administrator, they have to have a video recording of the ban. It's not. I don't think it's that hard to set up. You just set up your NVIDIA Shadow Play or whatever other replay system you can bake in that just saves the last 5 minutes of what you were doing in the server, and you will have caught the person cheating within the past 5 minutes before your ban. And then that's it. And then if they submit a ban appeal, which I mean, to be honest, like not that many of the hackers that get banned submit the ban appeal. But if that does happen, I ask them to upload the video of the person playing. If they don't have a video, then by default I just unban the person. And it's unfortunate because I unbanned the guy, and an hour or two later, there's more call admin reports of this guy cheating again in the server. So I unbanned, and I trust Vio. There's no doubt in my mind that this guy's cheating. But I unbanned him, and he's now playing in the server again because an admin hasn't recorded a video.
So I think I'm more flexible with the admins. I believe that if they are saying, "Oh yeah, it's like without question," it wasn't like if they weren't like subtly like it's not a closet cheater. This was a person who was straight up tracing or like trigger botting or like doing the most like clear aimbot like robotic flicks that make no sense, or spin botting or something, or like b-hop hacking, any of those things. Like I don't think it's necessary to record. Like, but I think it's also like I wouldn't bother. I would say if I just say someone's cheating 100% certainty, no, without a doubt, then they are cheating, because my standards on like false banning someone are really high. I
Right.
would like completely want to avoid false banning people, but I guess I don't know if I would hold the admins on the server to like my own level of, oh, do I think that they would be as...
And I think it's gonna vary person to person, admin to admin, right? Like if I mean, some of the admins we have aren't like top players in the server, which means like I'm not really gonna trust their judgment to the extent that I would trust your judgment of whether or not they can pull the trigger, and like, was that guy banning, were they not, like, so it's kind of just like a blanket statement just to like, so I'm not playing favorites with admin. Like I think I trust Vio, like in his bans, I don't really question them, but like I'm like confronted like, oh, so Vio can ban someone, you're not going to question it, but if I ban him I have to upload footage, like that kind of shit. So to avoid that, as you know, as the cult leader, it's just a kind of just a blanket statement I've rolled with.
It's kind of funny how he did manage, like he managed to find, like, how do they even find the Steam group? And
I don't know.
That specific one, right? So maybe they were on the Discord, went. I don't know where the link would even be.
You could just find the Steam group, gloveworks Steam group, like, and then in the gloveworks Steam group it says like, if your ban appeal, go here, and then they click on the link.
So how do you even get to the gloveworks Steam group?
I have no idea.
It's like the only other place I see a link on Discord and info.
Oh, wait. I think it is. Is it on socials on the website? I forget. Let's see. Socials.
The new
Steam.
website? I don't know.
Yeah, no. On the forum website right now. If you drop down. Socials,
okay, yeah. There's Steam there. Okay.
And so it's there.
All right. So then there. So.
Ban appeal, reports, admin stuff, post in the forums here. Boom.
Okay, so it's not that hard.
Yeah. And that's the way I'm gonna keep it, like, moving forward. I'm just for everyone listening, I'm working on a new gloveworks homepage. Stay tuned. Shit's gonna be hype as fuck. But yeah, on the eventually, yeah, on the new gloveworks homepage, there will be a ban appeals button that will ultimately send them to the gloveworks admin Steam group, where they'll submit their ban appeal on the Steam forum. It works best for me because it's a separate notification. I get a Steam notification, and that works really well for me. I pretty much see it within an hour or two. I'm usually typically opening up Steam, or I'll see something. So I think that's the best way for me, since I'm the one that typically responds to most of the appeals. So works best for me. But
right.
So yeah, the brain of a cheater is just fucking insane. Like, yeah, definitely. It would be, yeah, it'd be interesting if they did a like psychological study on these guys. Like definitely some kind of psychopath, sociopath like behaviors. Like,
But like you got so like when we were talking about it with Taylor the other day, we were comparing it to the bodybuilders or the people who use
oh yeah.
performance enhancing
Yeah,
drugs.
oh yeah, so basically a cheater is the same thing as someone that goes to the gym they're putting in the work, but they got huge, right? They're massive. And then they're like teaching people or giving advice to people how to get, dude, if you want to get shredded like me, you got to do this workout, you got to eat this diet. But then they don't tell you that, like, oh yeah, you got to do a few cycles of steroids, some tren, some testosterone replacement, and like you do all that shit. So it's like the same guys that are cheating are also absolutely shredded. They go to the gym, but they take steroids, and they claim natty. They're claiming all natural vegan diet, and they're cheating when they get home, and they're taking steroids.
I think it's a somewhat fair comparison. Okay,
And then cheat on chess.com before bed.
Yeah, that's right. They also cheat in chess, dude. They use a fucking chess engine cheat, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm rated 2,700 on chess.com. I face grandmasters all the time, and they fucking cheat there too. Fucking psychopaths.
Okay, so I want to compare what you just said. You said a person who's like a bodybuilding influencer who's gonna give advice on
Dude, there's
how
the
to
Instagram.
eat.
These guys are absolutely peeled year round. There's no days off. Peeled 100% of the time. They look like the fucking Hulk, and like people are like, oh, did you ever juice? Do you ever juice up? You ever performance enhancing drugs, steroids, or anything? Nah, bro, it's just fucking hard work, dedication, and discipline. It's like bull fucking shit, dude. How many? Dude, tell us what you cycled. What's your fucking PED regimen? Performance enhancing drugs. You fucking psychopath. This same motherfucker cheats in chess. And he fucking comes in the server, fucking has wall hacks on, nice smooth aimbot, and you call him out. He's like, no, I'm not cheating. These guys are insane, dude. You need to watch out for them.
Yeah, so I would say that's kind of the same thing as if I'm on the server, I see a nutty player who's it turns out they're cheating, and I just ask them like, oh, how'd you get so good? And they're like, oh yeah, I did what is it called?
Kovacs, Aim Labs.
Like, and I play a lot of Face It, whatever. They'll say whatever generic thing, and they're not going to mention, oh yeah, and I'm also cheating. Because like, of course they're not going to mention that. So, but like, there's still a minor difference, and it's an influencer's incentive is like they get money somehow. Like I think through just
yeah. They promote just fitness workout plans and stuff.
So like, I think it's less bad.
Don't get me started on all this stuff.
Oh, I'm getting you started, bro, because these same guys that are selling these fake workout plans are fucking cheating in the fucking server, dude.
Do you know about V-Thread?
Yeah, I know all about him. He's a cocksucker.
Do you know the law? No, the guy himself. He's just a face to a brand. Like, they advertise Mr. V-Shred as, like, another influencer. But actually, he doesn't... He probably knows more than he actually says. But he's just given this dog shit material and these crappy advertisements to do by these higher-ups in suits to promote the worst content, probably the worst content to do with fitness. But the guy... We have no idea what that guy's actually like. He is just a puppet.
I mean, sign me up. That's kind of funny.
Like all this time, he's just been a puppet by these like little men in suits. Like I don't know how to do anything.
Little men.
Like did he like? Were you tricked by him? Or is he like personal? Or
no, I'm not that stupid. But just as the stuff he promotes, and then people wasting money So him as a person, I'm not overly mad at. It's a job. It's a scummy job, but it's just his job at the end of the day. But the whole V Shred in general is the people behind him to promote the workout plans. But the V Shreds, their biggest thing is their diet pills.
Oh, they sell the Pilly
They're the
Willies.
diet
I didn't
pill
know
people.
that.
Yeah, they're like, look at these before and afters of people going on all these diet pills.
Yikes.
That's their biggest thing.
That's
Like, not many
fucked up.
influencers go to that, but they do.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
So the sentiment you just said, like, where he's getting money, so you don't fault him as much.
Well,
So-
it's not his product. He's a freelancer. You know, at least he's not saying this is, maybe he is. I don't know. He's selling the program. I mean, ultimately he's an actor and he's not.
Essentially, he's an actor.
Yeah. So, I mean, it makes me
I
hate
think
him
even an
less.
influencer is an actor. Like if they are not like they're like like he could choose not to do this. So
This is
he's still
true.
like choosing to do it. Like an influencer is the same thing. Like it's just if they're like affiliated with their own the product they're promoting, like I don't think it's any more scummy than an actor doing it, unless the actor just doesn't know that the product is like a scam. But that would be kind of naive of them, and I don't think naivety is an excuse to.
Yeah. I don't know if
things
he
like
was
this.
always. The thing is, I think he probably is quite a scummy person anyway. But you don't know. I can't remember if he's always been this like face to the corporates, or just he did start naturally. But when he started, he would just copy like Athlete Nexus videos and just explain things worse. that was his thing. He would just like literally copy videos, and then he started, just a rabbit hole of that is V Shred. But so I don't know. I just don't think we've ever actually seen his actual personality.
So you wouldn't call him a psychopath or a sociopath?
I don't think so.
Okay, so like, I agree with you. I wouldn't call him that, but I would only
Because
agree with
equally,
that
I don't
because,
think he's
like,
unnatural.
So you
Like,
okay? So you think
Like
he's
he might be.
Yeah,
but
he's
his
not like
body isn't
big, bulky,
unobtainable.
I mean, yeah, true. Yeah, he
Well,
like-
so
And the
if he
problem is
were
he probably-
unnatural,
He probably films, like he probably gets really shredded for like a month, films everything for the next year, and then posts his videos for the next year, photos for the next year. So it looks like he's completely shredded all around, and he probably isn't. Like he probably has his months where he's not completely ripped, just casually. But you just never know. Because if he was keeping it year round, it's more likely he is on something. Because it's hard to stay at that body fat naturally, but you never know.
okay. So if he were unnatural, would you say that's even more scummy of him? Or, like, what's the issue? Like, I mean, I don't. So I would say whether he's using performance enhancing drugs or not, I don't think it matters because either way he's still deceiving people.
true.
Because like whatever the product he's selling
where do you draw
is
the line
not
of
right.
ethics as far as fitness industry and whatnot? I suppose.
I want to understand why. Like, so just since he's getting paid, I don't like feel as bad about what he's doing. Like, it's almost like, oh well, I can understand that. Like, it's part of the hustle. But like, if you're not getting paid and you're doing it anyway, that suddenly that person becomes a psychopath because he's just deceiving people for
Right,
fun.
there's no like it's deceiving people when there's like money to be made. Yeah. So yeah, the cheaters in Counter-Strike, what are they cheating in a community server, trying to take pizza away from the hardworking citizens of Gloveworks? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Hang them at the stakes. You're off your rocker, dude. There's something wrong with you. So, in real life, if you were playing chess against a good friend of yours, and after a year he reveals that he's been cheating against you, What do you do?
The whole time.
The whole time. What do you do? What do you do?
I would not talk to him. That end the friendship.
This is a very unlikely situation because I feel like you wouldn't play someone at chess for a year. Because if he was cheating, you'd just be losing every game. Surely at some point you'd just be, I'm not going to play this anymore.
Well, like maybe the whole point is he's just, from your perspective, or well, my perspective. I mean, you're probably better than me. So from my perspective, I would think, oh, he's just that better than me, and I'm not going to question how he's so good because I know that people who are good at chess are just at a level I could not comprehend, even if they tried to explain it.
Yeah, but I know when I'm playing friends at a game, and if I'm trying to get them into the game and it's a game where I'm against them, you can't always play your best because eventually they're just not going to stop playing if you keep beating them all day.
Well, then they don't have to cheat the whole time. I mean...
So you're saying they've played a very elaborate ruse of letting you win sometimes, not always playing the best engine move. They're cheating smart. They're just always doing a bit better than you. They're letting you win sometimes.
I don't know, but like I do think like if my friend cheated against me once, I would already be like, no, that's unacceptable. Like if they because it's like
it's deceiving.
You're a liar. Like you're lying to me, deceiving me, and like gaslighting me into thinking like in the game I'm putting so much effort into thinking about my moves and contributing to the game.
But what if you're now what if you're so much better of a player because you're playing against this guy for a whole year who's been using an engine to help, and you've improved so much?
What if it?
That when you play normal guys, you're better.
That's a great. What if playing against the cheater actually made you better?
I would not care because I don't. Well, that's very personal to me because I wouldn't be. I'm not playing to get better. I'm playing because I would want to just have fun playing chess with my friend.
Might you thank him? Say
no.
Thank you. But you can still hate him. It's like it's like hating but respecting your enemies. Like, hey, I hate you, but thank you because your existence made me better.
What if he apologized and was like, dude, I was just trying to make you the best chess player you could be. Look at you now. You just beat Magnus in a world championship because of me. And you're like, nah, fuck you, bro.
I think
it's not right.
I think that you can go both ways. You can hate him, but then still be like, I'm glad he did that. You could be like, yo, we're not friends anymore, but then also like say something like, yo, but like down the road you're like a chess champion, and then you're like, I could have never become the player I am today because Jacob fucking cheated against me 12 years ago.
Shout out Jacob.
So might the cheaters at Counter-Strike actually be pushing the boundaries, making players better? Taylor brought that up. Taylor said Taylor said he used to play in one of the old op servers, and there was a guy that he knew was cheating. Like, you could just tell this guy's like walling or something because his movement's just completely off. His awareness is weird. But he said that by watching this guy, he played these different lines, these different like pathings that he would take, and that you wouldn't have thought were possible, that like actually worked. And then Taylor started using the pathing and stuff that he saw the cheater doing, and they started working for Taylor. And he's like, dude, I actually became a better player after watching him.
It was just like a rat angle. It wasn't like a actual gameplay.
That's like the 3 Clicks Philip video where he interviews a cheater, and the guy's like, yeah, I used to cheat. Or I can't remember the backstory, but he was like, but he has got better as a player in some things. Because he's got so used to seeing people where they are, where they play through the walls at all times, that if he turns off his cheats, he's got a much better understanding of where people actually will be.
Yes. That reminds me of this video of Jordan Nothing Gilbert, who would play in like on Nuke, the very old version of Nuke, where he would use walls in order to figure out how to wallbang people, because that map was really wallbangable. And like he wasn't a cheater, but it's just that's how you learned the lineups. So it's like the same thing as just like placing a bot and then using X-ray on server in Counter-Strike 2 right now. You could do that yourself. But like that technology wasn't in the game back then, I assume, so they had to use cheats to do it. So like, yeah, in a way, there are certain things about cheating that like I hate that I'm saying this. I hate this that these words are coming out of my mouth. But like cheating is not what's going to help you improve, but like it's just like information that you wouldn't be able to find otherwise could be found through like this specific thing, this specific example of using X-ray will, or just be able to receive more information like statistically or just based off of intuition, I know people are playing these positions more often, so now I know I'm gonna pre-aim those spots. And like that's what, like you wouldn't be able to, like you could still learn that naturally through playing, but it's just about grinding out a whole bunch of games.
But nothing going into a private server and learning these. That's just like going into a chess, analyzing your chess game and seeing what the engine moves are.
Exactly.
Right?
Or
That's
like
what
watching a
like.
demo. Like yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not the same thing as cheating in a live game. Like it's
true.
Just so it like using it as like a tool privately, I guess it's not bad. Like there's the difference between trying to deceive people or trying to hostage people in a awful experience and then just like using a tool to learn more about the game. So I guess that's a fair point. A cheater, you could learn some very like you could learn things like so what Magic had said is basically a cheater could break the meta, but like anyone could break the meta. It just so happened that the person was a cheater. Someone else
they
could.
discovered the new meta. Yeah. I mean, it's an interest. Using cheats in like in a practice mode. I don't know. It's interesting. Is there a role cheats can play in a professional Counter-Strike team's practice? Studies. I don't really know. What?
Okay, so it's not. So the problem right now I have is that we're using the word cheat, but it's not like as soon as it becomes like not in a professional online. Like right, it just becomes a tool. Like if I'm like if right now on the server we have the field of view thing to change that stuff for people. Like those people aren't cheating, but their field of view is changing because of a tool on the server. And the same thing as I forgot what it was called. I think it's like ESCA had this like add-on that they did in CS:GO. Like there was a plugin developer that got hired by them. It was for like learning nades and replay demos. Like it's an improved thing. I wish I remembered what it was called.
Well, but they have this similar thing on Refrag. Refrag.gg. It's like a nade thing where you can I forget, but I remember you can place a nade and then it'll show you like all the spots where you could throw that nade from. It'll like generate like all the outcomes of like how you can throw a nade in this spot. It'll go and it'll spit it all out, all the locations where it could come from.
It might have been Refrag actually.
It probably is. So is that cheating technology? I mean, I'm sure there's like definitely use cases of that, like predictive technologies and stuff like that. But yeah,
it's getting into AI shit now.
Yeah, watch out. And then, that's how. So Leadify, who also owns DatHost, they're coming out with their own private matchmaking service, and they they intend on using AI as an anti-cheat because they have so many demos using Leadify.
Yeah, but
Like,
so does Valve. They use AI, don't they, or
yeah,
whatever?
not really, dude.
Did they not say it's a new AI thing? It wasn't like advertised as
Nah.
AI.
It ain't there yet. It ain't there. But it'll be
I'm
interesting to
aware
see
it's not there.
a private company trying to implement AI as like an anti-cheat and seeing what comes of it. So,
Valve is a private company.
sure, a private company outside of Valve, I guess, and what they're gonna do with their take on anti-cheat. Because right now, anti-cheat as it stands, everything's like just scans files and looks for like injections and packet sniffing packets and all that kind of stuff. Having an AI anti-cheat that's just looking at like mouse movements and keyboard strokes and stuff and determining whether or not it's a human playing or it's artificially being moved. It's an interesting take. And the samples data that Leadify has, I mean, they've got hundreds of thousands, if not millions of demos that they've been able to process. And the biggest difference between CS:GO and CS2 is that in CS2, your every mouse movement is sent to the server, where in CS:GO it was not. So as you're moving your mouse, all those coordinates and stuff that you're swiping across, and every like keystroke you make, all of that information is being sent to the server. So
You know what? I've come to a realization right now as I was listening. So I remember watching the VacNet video or the presentation by Valve that came out like probably like 6 years ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about like an AI anti-cheat, or well, a machine learning anti-cheat, which machine learning keeps getting used as synonymous with AI. But it's the one takeaway I got from that is that they wanted their anti-cheat to be like 99.9998% like success rate, which means like every like one out of every like million games
yeah,
would be a false positive.
Sure.
So I think I would say that maybe the reason we don't see any information about their AI anti-cheat yet is that they just haven't reached that standard yet.
Probably.
Like the false positive rate is still too high, and the standards of Valve anti-cheat VAC are supposed to be no false positives. So it would be devastating to their reputation if they released something that was not at a standard that they're okay with. So that must be like the main reason. Like I can't think of anything else, like, because it's clearly something that they've done research on. It's something that exists, and like if it's not in CS2 right now, then either it was not carried over from CS:GO to CS2 and they had to redo stuff, but I don't even remember if it was a thing in CS:GO either. I think there were still issues in that game with cheating for sure. So maybe it's just not at the false positive rate that they would be happy with.
I agree. And yeah, I think that's with every anti-cheat. There's always, you kind of just have to figure out what kind of false positive, like, yeah, what's your acceptable threshold of mistakes? I mean,
and how do you even determine if it's a false positive or not? Like
yeah, true.
from their, like, if their actual anti-cheat, that, like, not the AI one, but the one that's detecting hardware or some sort of injection, if that doesn't detect that they're cheating, then how could you possibly 100% say that person was cheating or that person was not? Like, so how can you even say if something's a false positive? I don't think it's possible unless it's just completely obvious. So then that's another part of it, is that the AI anti-cheats are pretty much meant for only getting the most obvious stuff. And I'm now thinking about Leadify, the AI anti-cheat that you're saying they would come up with. they're probably like if an AI anti-cheat is meant to only get really obvious stuff, then and Valve's AI anti-cheat is not like active as far as I know, then how could like Valve must have the data like we were just saying, Valve has access
Oh,
to
they have
every
so
game.
much. They have
Right?
CS:GO data. I mean, so does Leadify, but Valve has
So
more. Valve has more
yeah, so
data. You
Leadify
know?
has less. So the only thing I could think is that Leadify's false positive rate is going to be higher than what Valve's is, and
Right.
they can just get away with it because like they're not actually going to ban anyone unless
Yeah,
you're playing on their platform.
Valve's crazy to think about because like they could be banning someone that has millions of dollars in a skin inventory, so it's like a pretty serious thing to ban someone. I feel because when you get VAC banned, like you can't trade your skins anymore. I'm pretty sure, right? Like you're done.
Yeah, it's a trade ban.
It's game over, son. So there's a lot on the line. It's a lot because whatever methods they currently have in place for a VAC ban it's been there since the beginning of time, right? So no one's really gonna question or at least their terms of service have it all covered. But if they release a new type of anti-cheat, I'm sure there's gonna be fucking lawsuits involved. It is your AI banned me. Well, dude, I was gonna buy a house with the skins. With these skins, dude. What the fuck?
That's already
I
happened.
can't feed my
right?
family. Yeah. There's stuff like that's been involved. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of skin scandals out there, but yeah, playing with cheaters, man. It's a fucking weird thing. We've had a lot of cheaters in gloveworks over the years, and figuring out the right response and how to handle these matters. It's never easy, especially when we have a very social aspect to our cheaters, right? Because we're a pretty small community. Everyone knows each other, and if we're gonna ban someone, like we're banning someone's friend, right? And it's just like it's a pretty big deal. But then
It's so rough, especially like that's I don't know how I say this all the time. Like it's if there's someone cheating, you have to catch them early because the longer you take, the more established they get on the server, which that has several issues, but two of them I could think of are first, they'll get better at hiding it as they get more familiar with the server. And the second thing is that the other people on the server get more used to playing with them and they start like just accepting them into the community.
yeah,
They become friends with them, and then if you eventually do decide to ban them, it's like you just said, you're like taking away this friend from the other people in the community. So like if you give the cheater the opportunity to get involved, it's so rough. And I don't want to go into like specific people. It doesn't really matter much. I just don't like giving
No, we can't
specific people attention.
No, we cannot give any cheater the time of fucking day to even say their name and get an ounce of publicity through being a fucking psycho. But yeah, we've had some pretty big cheating scandals within gloveworks over the years, and I've made bad bans before for sure. So have you. Yeah, how to ban someone, when to ban them. You're totally right. So like, yeah, when a guy joins the server that we've never seen before in our life, starts playing out of his fucking mind, and all of us have been playing in the server and playing these maps, and we've been opping in the op arena for years and years and years, and every fucking spidey sense is telling us this fucker's cheating, dude. Fuck this idiot. But we can't. He's being sneaky about it, He's not being blatant. There's nothing inherently 100% confirming that this man's cheating. There's no conclusive evidence that we can lock him up in prison if we were to stand in front of a judge and jury. But we all just fucking know that this guy's a scummy little scumbag. And this is like the longer he stays in the server, the longer he plays, the more accepting people are of his performance and his play style. Like, that's just the way he plays, and it's working for him. I don't see anything wrong with that. It's like, dude, like, yeah, why do you think you don't see anyone else playing like that? It's because he's a fucking little scummy cheater, dude. So it's very challenging when to pull the trigger because I mean, yeah, we're trying to uphold an integrity, to the point system, to the little pizza giveaways, just trying to keep it fun and interesting, and it's just a fucking community server. Like how people are fucked up brains, man. What do they think they're doing?
Yeah, it's I don't know. I wish I knew. Like I wish I could what am I saying? So if we were established well enough as a community that like we could have a whitelist and still be like a populated server, that would be sick.
Yeah,
Like people have to apply to get in, and they'll have to
that'd
pass
be
a
fucking
test
yeah. That'd be sick.
just to make it so hard to get in, and then we could like filter out cheaters in that way.
So,
But like, it's still like, I mean that it still makes no sense because we would still have to like how do we determine if someone's legitimate in that way? Like if we had a server whitelist, someone had to apply, like show us your demo reel. Like it's like a skate, like you're trying to send your reel to
like a skater
a
applying
skating
for a
thing.
sponsor. That's funny.
But I don't know. Like it doesn't really make sense. Now that I've said that, like it's not gonna get rid of. It's only all it would do is just make it so that new people can't get in the server, which is way too restrictive. So that's a terrible idea to whitelist the server.
We tried a concept like that back in the day. The top 100 server. We had a server where you could only join the server if you were top 100. That was fun. Ultimately, really a failure, but very cool concept. I enjoyed it. Good like, people only.
That would be cool.
Gloveworks.
Like if it were like if we were populated enough, like if we had like 20 servers that were
okay.
Full
Can we stop saying
time.
if? Let's just say like when.
When there's no okay. Here's the problem with saying when. Like we tried to expand and we expanded like too much, and then it kind of I think like. I don't know what the phrase is, but basically every time you expand, you're kind of splitting apart
Diluting
the community. Yeah. So let's say we had a full mango and full cherry server, and now we split it apart. Instead of it being like, oh, now we have 4 full servers, now we're gonna have instead of 2 full servers, we're gonna have 4 half full servers. And if we split again, it's gonna be 8 quarter full servers that are only like 4v4s, and more often than not, it's really gonna be like empty servers.
What Justin's talking about is that the gloveworks op servers like went through a massive surge of traffic and a big boom of like players and population size when COVID hit. So we had one server. We had 2 servers by then, I believe.
Yeah, I think we just created Cherry back then.
Yeah, back then we had Mango. Oh yeah, fucking A. We had
they weren't named that. They were just called West.
Yeah, we didn't even have. Yeah, we had just had our one West Coast server, and we had just opened up our East, and then COVID hit. And then like the activity in the servers like quadrupled, overnight. So I was like, holy shit. Like, all right. I spinned up another server. We had 3 op servers. They were full constantly. And then I put up a 4th one. And then that's when it kind of it would fill all 4 servers would be filled up at like peak times, and then it would dip down. And then COVID went on pretty hardcore for like 4, 5, 6 months, and then I think the restrictions lightened up. But for that 4, 5, 6 months, we had 4 servers, and when COVID eventually calmed down a bit, Well, now we have 4 different IP addresses, 4 different servers that people have favorited and joined and whatnot, and the community now we have, but then we have 60% less traffic because everyone's outside again, living their lives. They're not locked indoors, just opping all day. So now we have 60% less players spread amongst 4 different servers. And I was just like, oh shit. All right. Well, yeah. And anyways, having a server with 4 players in it compared to a server with 12 to 20, that's not as good. So now the community is spread out across multiple different servers, and now we just got to figure out, all right, what servers do we cut tight, delete, and it's kind of tough to just manage, where to put the people, and yeah, try not to get too big, but try not to be too small. Just that nice little middle ground of a good number of servers that fill up every day.
Essentially supply and demand.
Yeah, supply and demand, but yeah, having empty servers that no one joins is inherently bad.
Yes. So I feel like expanding is kind of a death sentence. Like once you try it, you're like, if you fail, then you're gonna. I feel like you're seeing empty servers gives people the impression that like the servers are dead, and then they're gonna also like stop joining. Like I know when CS2 came out, I feel like that's the biggest problem, is that people would see the server empty all the time and just assume it's dead, or just be like, oh, the server's not even up.
A lot of people have even joined the server now since like the past 2 months. Gloveworks has been popping, baby. Thank fucking Christ. But people join the servers like, oh, dude, I'm so glad to see you guys are online. Like, I know you guys must have like just came back online. Like, thank you so much for getting the servers back up. Like, what happened to the old servers?
I've seen a lot of the messages like, I thought this was dead.
Yeah, like what happened to the old servers? Like, dude, the servers have been online. CS2 came out, and I think we were down for like 2 or 3 weeks, and we had the servers back up online. But like everyone just assumes it was dead. It is like, dude, we weren't dead. There's just no one in the server. So yeah, people's interpretation of seeing a 24 slot server with 0 players, people just assume that the community's dead. When it's just like, no, you just need to join the fucking server and wait a little while and get some more people in there. And then
because like, well, me and you will join sometimes when there's like 0 to 2 people. But then that's enough, and suddenly one more person joins, and then suddenly it's popping.
Yup. But it's popping. That's how it's done. I mean, that's the reason that how I've been a successful server owner. Is it's not a miraculous like stroke of luck. It's blood, sweat, and tears put into the server. At the beginning of running these servers, I've spent hundreds of hours alone in the server waiting. I'm not kidding you. Hundreds of hours in the server, just running around waiting for people to join. The second one person would join, I would sit and op with them, talk with them. So like, oh, thanks for joining, add it to your favorites list. I would add them to Steam friends, and then they might leave, and then I'd try to invite, and then I have a Steam friends list full of people I've tried to meet in the server. I just hustle and socialize my ass off to try and get any fucking person to join the fucking server, man.
Active owner.
I mean, it's the only way it's done. People don't like empty servers, and I've been in the server fucking so much the past 2 months, just making a presence, like making sure like people like are involved, they can see me, and like because it matters, man. People don't like to see an empty server; they want to see active, and yeah, long term, that's what makes the difference. So, Yeah, as far as how do we get on this topic? Expanding servers? What? Yeah, what? Jimbo, you said expanding?
I said stop saying if we get big enough. I said yes, when we get big enough.
Yeah,
it's just being strategic.
So that we can have a whitelist.
Like we're already like we're a little too big for our size right now. Because we put up a Chicago server. And like that only has people maybe once or twice a week people join the Chicago server, which is fine, and it's a new IP address, and it's just going to take some time, just going to nurture it, and yeah, I think it'll still be some time before that thing's even up and running and full of people on a regular basis, just because of the state of CS2. Yeah, and now we have the Deagle server's been up for a month now, and like that one's struggling. So we're gonna we'll see what happens with that. How we can get people into there and stuff. I'd be open. Be open. What? So today's. Oh yeah, I was talking to Bob and Kiro. They're big Deagle people. And I've talked to them about what they would like to see or maybe want to do at the Deagle server. And they're like, well, we could do, since we have Woohoo Wednesdays, we could do Thirsty Thursdays, where people join the server, the Deagle server, on Thursdays, and we try and get it bumping. So that might be something we can try and do.
It is Thursday right now.
It is,
as we're recording.
Yeah, as we're recording this, it is Thursday. So I think, yeah, we have. I mean, yeah. So we could let's. I mean, there's no reason not to. We have the Deagle server joiner role in Discord. So if you're in the Discord server, we have an assign role channel. You can join that channel, and then you can kind of just click some emojis. You can say, well, I want to be someone notified about joining the op server, or I want to be someone that's notified about joining the Deagle server. And we have, I think, a fair bit of people signed up. I mean, not a fuck ton, but let's see here. Sign roll. 25 people assigned, like elected into the Deagle server joiner role. So there's definitely an audience. There's 75 people that elected to be, literally perfect numbers. 75 people elected to be op server joiners. 25 people elected to be Deagle server joiners. So that's a third of our community also enjoys Deagling, and I do too. Actually, I didn't really realize how much I enjoyed just kind of puddling around in the Deagle server, but it's definitely a vibe, and I enjoy it.
Where's the Deagle one located?
Los Angeles.
I guess West Coast still.
Well, yeah, West Coast.
Are we getting a UK server after all?
This may be. We may see a UK server on the horizon. In the past, I did put up a Frankfurt, Germany server many years ago just to test the waters, see if the community might respond to a European server. It didn't work, but that was also in a time where there were a plentiful amount of op servers throughout the world. And as it stands right now, there really just aren't very many op servers out there. So gloveworks may stand a shot in giving, testing the waters and seeing if gloveworks can go worldwide. And we may just
international, baby.
We may spawn up a London server for the home of our senior map maker, Mr. Jimbo. And seeing
Senior map maker. I've had an upgrade.
Buddy. And just seeing if if people join the server and fucking use it, we don't mind keeping it online and keeping the ball rolling. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Because I mean, we in the past we also had the Colombian server. You have to remember, I paid for and hosted the #1 server in Colombia for a little over a year. And it was full constantly. They loved it. And I mean, yeah, ultimately pulled the plug on that. When it was an L, it lost money. Shocking. They don't have much money to spend in Colombia. But it turns out that you don't really get much out of hosting servers in countries where they don't speak your language. You don't get the emotional gratification of of hosting a server, and hosting a game server is ultimately problems. Like, you have to have a team of admins that administrate the server, and then you have people submitting ban appeals complaining that they got banned from the server, and I don't speak their language. So the guys running the server, I can barely even communicate with them. The people getting banned from the server submitting ban appeals, I have no idea what they're saying, and it's just a big question mark all the way around. And I don't know anyone that's speaks Spanish or whatever languages they speak in South America. So ultimately, can't manage it, can't communicate with it, and get no positive emotional feedback from hosting it because, again, it's just a communication gap. So, lesson learned from hosting servers in a geographical location where I can't speak their language without a translator. So, that was fun. But in Europe, if we host, they speak English in Europe. God bless our hearts. So who knows? We'll see what happens.
We do speak the proper English.
It's great. And hosting it in London in the UK will allow East Coasters from America to connect to the server with somewhat reasonable ping. What, like 70 to 90-ish, something like that, I think, from the East Coast to the UK?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll
I think
see.
it's part of my concern. Like, if we're dividing, like, if we're too close together, it risks spreading thin. So it's
right.
Like, I would be afraid. If the UK server gets too popular, all the East Coast players are gonna start playing there instead.
Dude, no, the UK server is gonna have a vibe, dude. If I see some Europeans on the op server playing the maps we've had in our map pool for like 5-6 years now, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go over there and fuck them up, bro. America, you fucking suck. You fucking suck. Oh, yeah, you big Fnatic team. You have Astralis. You have NIP. Well, how about this? Fucking Cloud9, motherfucker. Yeah, I would actually really enjoy talking shit about, like, Go America versus other Europeans. I believe that would be very fun banter. Very fun. I also just love talking shit and banter and whatnot. I think it's enjoyable.
We're very aware.
Yeah.
You're on the server and you see Magic 8 Ball and you die to Magic 8 Ball, you'll hear Magic 8 Ball.
Sometimes I'm not really feeling hype and I'm pretty quiet. When I join the server and I'm quiet, people are like, "You okay, dude?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just I don't feel like screaming at the top of my lungs right now."
Well, it's when you go a bit try hard.
Yeah,
and you're locked in.
Yeah, when I'm locked in and then now in CS you can just open your mic up and you just leave your mic open. Oh my god, that's crazy.
You can do that?
Yeah, you can just open mic it and you can just blab. It's dangerous. But yeah, thank you everyone that thank you glove workers that have been sticking around playing in the servers for all the years. We plan on keeping this ball rolling. We've all been enjoying the recent rejuvenation of the Gloveworks servers. Me, Justin, and Cyan Jimbo. I mean, quite truthfully, spending hours damn near every single day working on Gloveworks, getting it, building the empire, introducing new features, working on new maps, sorting out any bugs. Recently I've just added gambling into the server. So now you can you can gamble in the server now. You cannot gamble your hard-earned points. The ranking system, the point system, we're not gonna let. That is a no-go. It's not gonna fly with me. If you see someone with a lot of points in the server, they sweated, they earned those points, and they're the fucking man, and you should respect them. But credits are gambleable in the server. You join the server. Everyone starts with 1,000 credits, and you can play little gambling games like high-low, ! High-low in chat. You can say high-low. You type in how many credits you want to gamble. You can play ! Slot machine. You can do that. And you can also play crash. Crash is a lot of fun. You type in ! Crash, and then you type in the amount of coins you want to gamble, and then the multiplier you want to try and hit. And then there's also you can claim credits daily. Every day you join the server, you type in ! Daily, and then you can claim 1,000 points. And then if you join the server the next consecutive day, it will stack. So the next consecutive day you join, you'll get 2,000. The next day you join, you can type in daily, you'll get 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, up to 7,000, and then every preceding day it maxes out at 7,000. And then whenever you're dead, you can just type in these silly little games to play with your coins, and it's just something to do while you're dead. After we farm you for being a shitty opper, take all your points. You can go ahead. If you're obviously not going to be the best player in the server, so you might as well try and be the best gambler. So just something fun, we're just doing the damn thing over here. We just this is a fun. This has always been a passion project, and I just love it. This is a lot of fun, and thank you everyone for joining the servers on a daily basis, tuning into the podcast, and just being a real one, being a real glove worker. Appreciate you.
That's right. I thank you as well, glove workers.
Yes, I want to thank everyone for being so kind about all the maps on the server. You only have nice things to say about them. You always appreciate everything, and you never get annoyed by one little thing out of place, so thank you.
All right, guys. Well, that's a wrap. We'll see you guys for the next episode. You guys have a lovely evening, morning, day, weeks ahead of you, and we'll catch you next time on the Gloveworks podcast. Hugs and kisses. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Be about it.
Bye-bye.